Hi guys, welcome to Beard's Eye View, and this is going to be my spoiler review for Episode 8 of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Before we begin, don't forget to like and comment down below, subscribe and ring the bell to be notified whenever I do videos. I do them every single week, so make sure you keep a lookout for those. Obviously there's going to be spoilers, big spoilers. This is a hell of an episode, so make sure you've checked it out before you check out my review. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Jon Favreau. Thank you. Chapter 16, The Rescue. Quite an obvious title, but perfect. God damn, there's so much to unpack in this episode. Just not what I expected. Like, some of it was obviously what I expected. It's obviously going to get the kid back. That's great. But just things that happen in this I just didn't see coming at all. It starts hot. It goes straight in with it, with Slave One attacking one of the shuttles and getting hold of the Doctor. Then they go off to another planet, and as soon as they land, I saw the Mandalorian cruise. I was like, right, Bo-Katan. They find her, as well as Sasha Banks' Mandalorian character as well. It's just the two of them. The man doesn't seem to be there. They get into a bit of a fight. Boba Fett and Sasha's character, they get in a fight. She does a tornado DDT, which is, for wrestling fans, you know what that is. Nice to see a kind of little bit of a scuffle there, a little bit of stuff going on. Then they kind of put the things aside that, look, if you help me out, I want the child, you can have the Darksaber, let's just get this done. And and then off we go to, like, basically get the child back and take down Moff Gideon. So they fake an entire scene of them not in the shuttle, or Boba Fett on the Slave One attacking them and everything, and then they force their entry in. TIE fighters are out there, they get themselves inside, and then they start blasting their way through to get to the bridge to get hold of Moff Gideon. And Mando's going to go off by himself as like a quiet thing to go and get the child. And then Boba Fett just buggers off after that. And I would say that was the only downside of this episode, is that we don't see Boba again in the episode. He's gone. So that was a bit annoying. It's amazing how tense they managed to make this at least a couple of times in this episode. Especially when Mando's finally going for the child, and then the Dark Troopers are set on him. One gets through the gate, but the rest of them are stuck there, and he hits the ejector button to fire them all out at the end of the fight. But the fight he gets into with just one Dark Trooper was terrifying. When he's punching his helmet, and honestly the Beskar saved his bacon so many times in this season, just absolutely wailing on him, and eventually he gets the best of him, but with the spear into the neck area. And just the whole time it was tense as hell. I was thinking, would they be ballsy enough to do this and kill him off and like go forward with Boba Fett or something like that as the next Mandalorian character? But they didn't. No, he took him down, but it was a tense fight, but it was awesome. The girls get to the bridge, they take down so many stormtroopers in their path. They get to the bridge, kill everybody there, and realise that Moff Gideon is nowhere to be seen. And that cuts straight over to Mando finding the child in his lockup, and obviously Gideon's there holding the saber, threatening him. They go into a bit of back and forth talking, and it's just like, I don't care about the saber, I just want him. As soon as he said, you can have him, and you just leave my ship and we'll go our separate ways. He gets the child, and of course he attacks him. Of course, the second he's back to turn, he's going to attack him. He does. They get into a massive fight, spear and Darksaber. It is awesome. You can see as well the Darksaber, after holding it too long on the Beskar armor, it does heat it up. So I think that eventually it would break through. It would take a lot, but it probably might break through the Beskar armor. Massive fight. It was awesome. It's exactly what we all wanted. We wanted, as soon as he got hold of that spear, it was like, well, we know what the fight's going to be, and it's going to be great. And it was. Took him down, and then took him up to the bridge. They get to the bridge, and Gideon's like mouthing off and everything. Mando's obviously got the Darksaber. And then he goes into this whole thing with Bo-Katan and the whole Mandalorian thing and everything. The right to Mandalore is that saber, but you have to win it from the previous person. You can't just be given it. And Mando's like, I concede. I don't want it. It's yours. And she's basically just like, no, he's right. I have to fight you for it. And it was really tense. Like, are they going to fight here and now? But we don't really get much time to kind of talk about that, because the next thing happens that I just didn't expect. I honestly didn't expect this to be the way they would go. I thought they would go with something a little bit different, maybe something a little bit safer. But with this, they absolutely went for it, and it was awesome. An X-Wing comes in, just the one, and I thought, well, maybe the X-Wing's going to come in and help them, because we've got the Dark Troopers like bearing down on them, like punching their way through the blast doors. They're going to get to them, and it's game over if they do. And then this X-Wing appears, and I was like, well, I thought maybe they're just going to help out. And you realise it's just the one, and it doesn't answer back when they're trying to call on him. He lands, and as soon as someone pops out, you see him with a cloak. I was like, oh my god, are they actually doing this? Is this going to be Luke Skywalker? And then you see the green lightsaber, you see the hilt, you know it's him, and just this entire hallway scene, just like, oh my god, this is Luke Skywalker. They're actually going to do this. Fighting off these Dark Troopers, taking them all down piece by piece, and making his way up to the bridge to get to Grogu. Oh Christ, it was awesome. It was so much fun seeing that hallway scene, and it mirrors the hallway scene with Vader as well in a different way, and I loved that. The whole time as well, I'm constantly thinking to myself, while I'm so engrossed and enjoying just Luke hacking these Dark Troopers down, getting to the rest of them on the bridge, I was constantly in the back of my head going, is it going to be a D.H. Mark Hamill, or is it going to be Sebastian Stan? And I'll be honest, when he finally gets to the bridge and he reveals himself, I couldn't make up my mind. I literally could. This is how much Sebastian Stan looks like a young Mark Hamill. I couldn't tell whether that was D.H. Mark Hamill or whether it was Sebastian Stan. I couldn't make my mind up. And it was awesome. It was just so good to see Luke Skywalker, just this like little thread of the Skywalker saga in this universe. Oh, it was amazing. So well done. The next moment is, honestly, for most people, a real tearjerker. I welled up, and I don't often do that with films and TV and everything, but I welled up at this scene because of how well they wrote this little piece of him giving Grogu to Luke. Luke basically saying, you know, he'll be in danger if I don't train him, blah blah. They go through the whole thing as he needs to come with me, and Mando goes and does it. He goes to give him, and then you know Grogu doesn't want to go. He puts his hand on his helmet, and it's like, oh my god, is he going to do it? And he does. He takes his helmet off, and that's the moment I'm proper welling up, going, I can't believe it, in front of everybody here, including this random Jedi that he doesn't know. He's taking his helmet off. He's changing his ways just so that his little boy can get a look at his face, because he's never seen his face. And just that amazing, like the performance of Pedro Pascal, just absolutely incredible. Amazing. And he gives Grogu to Luke. R2 appears as well, nice little cameo from R2. They wander down the hallway, he's seeing him, he's staring him the whole time, and then Luke gets the elevator closes, and that's the end of the episode. That shocked me. The actual cut to black, as soon as the doors closed, that's the way the episode ends. I thought we'd get a little bit more tie-off and everything. With Bo-Katan and Mando, this whole thing with the Darksaber, I thought maybe there's going to be something going on there. Gideon's knocked out, they knocked him out, so what's going to go on with him? Boba Fett never came back. There's just so much to unpack in the next season, and what a cliffhanger to end it on. But it was so emotional there, just giving Grogu up. Amazingly written, amazingly performed. It was an amazing finale, it really was. Now, we got an end credit scene for this season. As far as I remember, we didn't get one last season. I think the cliffhanger was Gideon with the saber. With this, we always wait to the end of the credits anyway. Not that we ever think there's going to be an end credit scene, but we just do because the music's awesome. We all love the theme tune so much. And I like seeing the artwork that they put up as well, but this didn't happen this time, it was just black and white. But we did get an end credit scene, and it was Boba Fett and Fennec Shan. They go back to Jabba Hutt's palace. Fennec comes in first. Bib Fortuna has put on weight and he's taken Jabba's spot, which is hilarious. I can't believe, I just assumed he died with the rest of them, but no, he was still alive. Fennec Shan comes in and takes all these people out, takes the chain off the slave, and she runs off. Then Fett comes back, and then Bib Fortuna's like, oh, I thought you were dead. He's really happy to see him. And he just shoots him. So Bib Fortuna's dead, throws him to the side, sits on the throne, and that's how it finishes. And it says the Book of Boba Fett coming December 2021. So it's, from what I take from that, not only do we have Mandalorian Season 3 coming next year, we have a Boba Fett spin-off as well that's been confirmed. And Christ, what a nice kind of end credit scene there. That was great. Look, it makes up a little bit for not having barely any Fett in this episode, so I'm so psyched for that. I'm going to let you know what I think of the episode overall, and then I'm going to give a star rating for the entire season. So overall, guys, this episode, as far as I'm concerned, is the best episode that The Mandalorian, Jon Favreau and all the writers have put out so far. This was an incredible finale. It did what it needed to do. It gave us things that we wanted, like the fight with Gideon and Mando, Mando taking off his helmet, Bo-Katan coming back into the mix, loads of awesome fighting scenes, the Dark Troopers being threatening, tense moments, emotional moments with Grogu and Mando, and then they gave us something that I didn't think they would go for, and Luke Skywalker coming up and taking Grogu away with a de-aged Mark Hamill. It wasn't Sebastian Stan, it was Mark Hamill. They said it in the credits. And it was just an absolute phenomenal way to end this season. Looking forward with what's going on next season, as well as a Boba Fett spin-off. What's going to go on with Luke? Are we going to see more of him? Because you can't get rid of Grogu completely, because it's killing a cash cow. So you will see him again, guaranteed. This was the best way to end this season. It's the best thing to do going forward. It was absolutely incredible. So overall, this season, I think, is just as good as the first, if not a slightly bit better, because the first season was so amazing and groundbreaking. They definitely did a great thing with this new season. I would say it was slightly better because of the amount of new things they put in here with characters that we love and everything, and like kind of tying it into the wider universe. I can't deny there has not been a week where I've sat there going, that was alright. Every week I've just gone, that was either good, great, or incredible. There's no doubt in my mind at all that I'm going to give it my highest rating of a high 5 stars. So that's what I thought of episode 8 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell. If you want to find me on social media, any of these, all links are in the description, and I'll see you soon.